see your social post on the screens. Use hashtag MU2021grad on Instagram or Twitter. Welcome to Marian University. Before the commencement ceremony begins, we would like to remind you of certain procedures to follow in order to ensure the safety and uninterrupted enjoyment of today's ceremony. We are working to mitigate the spread of coronavirus. Please wear your mask over your nose and mouth at all times and maintain proper social distancing. Please check to make sure all cell phones, beepers, watch alarms, and other audible devices are turned to the off or silent position. For the comfort of everyone, we remind you that Marian University is a smoke-free campus. Please take a moment to locate the exits. Some exits may be behind your seat location. In case of an emergency, please walk calmly to an exit and listen for further instructions. Ushers in bright emergency vests will be stationed to assist you to a safe place in an emergency. We ask guests to remain seated throughout the entire ceremony and until the platform party and faculty have recessed. We thank you for your cooperation and congratulations to the students and their families. Please take your seats. The program is about to begin. Please remain in your seats until the procession is complete.
Mr. President, all is in readiness for the 2021 Marian University Commencement Program to begin.
Good morning, and thank you all for being here. I appreciate you joining us on this soggy but celebratory Sunday. I want to extend a special congratulations to each of the members of the class of 2021 on achieving this incredible milestone in your lives. Please join the graduates in the platform party and remain standing for the prayer. Allow me to introduce Father Barry Fisher to lead us in prayer.
Good morning. Good and gracious, loving God, we thank you for the completion of this important chapter in the life of these graduates and for giving us the opportunity to play a part in their lives. We thank you for their parents and family, for their support and encouragement over the years. And on this Mother's Day, we express our gratitude to our mothers, grandmothers, mother figures who show us your presence through their love and sacrifice on our behalf. Please bless and guide our graduates as they complete this stage of their life and as they chart new beginnings. May what they have learned here allow them to be truly women and men for others. Help them to use wisely their talents and all that they have learned in the service of others, and to make the world a better place, always seeking the greater good. And finally, loving God, we thank you for giving us the opportunity to build our community with these young men and women. Though they are leaving our campus, we know that they will always be knights and with us as part of the Marian family. May they find comfort from our community's continued embrace and support as they journey through life. We ask that the bonds that have been created here remain strong in spite of any distance. Bless their lives with goodness and success as they walk in the future with faith, hope, and great love. And we ask this in all the holy names of God. Amen.
Thank you, Father Barry. Father Barry, of course, is our chaplain here at Marian University. I'd ask you to remain standing for a recording of the national anthem by the Marian University Band. You may be seated. I too want to welcome you to this 84th commencement ceremony. Indeed, a beautiful day, a proud day, a day of many years of study and commitment and support. I welcome not only the graduates, of course, but the faculty, staff, friends, and all that have made this day possible. Congratulations, graduates. Today, you have achieved a significant milestone in your lives and a significant contribution you will make to health professions in this state, community, nation, and beyond. It's been a challenging year. We've been blessed to learn how to be creative, innovative, even more dedicated. Many of you had personal experiences with difficulty with COVID virus, and being in the health professions, I'm sure, developed a greater sense of empathy for treating folks who are vulnerable and under much duress and fear. As you begin this new phase in your life, please know that we're totally confident that you'll be excellent ambassadors of the mission and excellence of Marian University. And we also know that you're very thankful and grateful for all who have supported you in many, many ways. And I'd like to take a moment and ask you to put the onus and attention on all those around us here present, and others could be grade school teachers, aunts, uncles, that help you get to this day, and give a big round of applause to our parents, supporters, spouses, family, and friends that are here with us. We'll never hear this applause, but let's send it forward. Thanks to everybody. Marian University at all levels of education has had a special connection with veterans and active military service personnel. At this time, I would like to take a moment to recognize our graduates who are serving or who have served in the military. They are identified in today's ceremony wearing red, white, and blue cords. I ask that these graduating active military and veterans to please stand and be recognized, please. All indications are you're deeply appreciated. Thank you. We are honored to have a number of our Board of Trustees at Marian University present here today, and I am privileged to introduce each one of them to you. As I announce their names, we'll have them stand, and when I complete the announcements, we'll give them a round of applause, please. Sister Jean Marie Cleveland, Denise Fieser, Chair of the Board of Trustees, Sister Krista Franzer, Board Member and Congregational Minister for the Sisters of St. Francis of Oldenburg, Sister Annette Grisley, Al Layton, I'm not sure if Al made it today, Jonathan Nally, Dr. Ram Yaletti. Did I miss any board members? Who else did? You got them? Okay, thank you. I'd also like to take this occasion to recognize faculty emeriti in attendance for all she has contributed to Marian University, especially the health professions during her many years of excellent service. I would ask Dr. Karen Harden from the Layton School of Nursing to please stand and be recognized with our applause. I'm now blessed and thankful to be able to introduce our commencement speaker today. You'll hear more about Dr. Putnam's accomplishments and professional commitments when we give him his honorary doctoral degree. For now, I want to emphasize that we're very fortunate to have an excellent leader not only in his community, rural area of Indiana, but statewide and nationally. Dr. Putnam not only serves as an outstanding leader in the healthcare professions, but he embodies everything about the mission, the values, and the commitment to be of excellent service, safe, outstanding outcomes, and compassionate care for every person who enters his healthcare system. That's what we're about. Excellence, skill, intelligence, and giving empathetic service to those who are poor, vulnerable, and sick. So it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Tim Putnam to give our commencement address for health professions. Dr. Putnam. Thank you. You'll do great. Thank you.
Well, thank you, President Elsner, for those kind words and support. It is really an honor to be here today. I've watched this university and been part of many of the things that this university's done over the last several years, and it gives me great honor to be here. One thing I have to tell you, though, as a hobby cyclist, to be here and be a part of Marian University gives me great credibility with my cycling buddies. To stand here at the commencement of the greatest cycling university in the free world really puts me apart, and it gives me a great story to tell, so I'm glad to be able to do this. I'm also happy to be here on a very special occasion, and that occasion, of course, is Mother's Day. Are there any moms out there that are proud of their graduates today? Are there any graduates that are proud that their moms are here to see them today? I will tell you, there are a lot of special presents that our mothers are receiving across the nation. Macaroni necklaces, museum quality refrigerator art, all those things are very special. But whether your mother is here in person or she's here in spirit, seeing you walk across this stage and being recognized for your hard work and years of dedication has got to be one of the best Mother's Day presents they will receive. Moms, am I right? Well, I'm here only to address two questions. How did we get here, and what do we do with it? I don't want to dwell on the pandemic, but the last 15 months have truly been unique. And the ancient saying, "May you live in interesting times," has certainly come true. We do live in interesting times. And 40 years from now, the pandemic will simply be a page in the history books, and your grandchildren will come to you and ask you, what was it like? And I ask you to remember what does it feel like? What's the isolation like? What's the sadness? What's the loss? What's the anger? What's the fear like? So that you can tell people 40 years from now what it was like to go through college, to see patients, to interact with people during this time. It'll be important to be able to do something more than simply just read about these times that we've had. Why are we here? Because of the dreams and vision of a gracious group of people. The Sisters of St. Francis of Oldenburg had a vision. And we see that vision come to pass today. Their prayers, their hard work, their faith, their determination allowed so many others to come along with that vision and build what we have today. And build a place for you to be able to graduate from. My hospital and my team have the honor of taking care of the sisters. And I just want you to know they're as gracious in the back of an ambulance or in the emergency room or in the hospital as they are when you see them on a regular basis. We always feel blessed when we're able to take care of the sisters, and it means a lot to us. It is uplifting to our team when we're able to serve them. Today, you stand on their shoulders as you graduate a university built on their dreams. And I know their prayers are that your dreams and your accomplishments far exceed their own. The university motto, Sede Sapientia. I thought about that and I thought, am I pronouncing that correctly? Is that, it's pretty, okay, I'll go with that. The seat of wisdom, not the seat of education or knowledge or intellect, but the seat of wisdom. Your education will put you in places, but your wisdom will allow you to make the difference. This became really clear to me years ago when I walk into the emergency department, and in one of our trauma rooms, there was a young lady rocking a baby. I'm thinking, that's where our traumas take place. We need to have those rooms ready for the most critical patients that come through our door. And I go and I talk to one of the nurses at the nurses station. I said, can you tell me what's going on in Trauma Bay 2? And she said, well, that's a tragic situation. That's a young mom that left her child in the hands of a caregiver that shook that baby until it stopped crying. By the time the child came in here, there was nothing we could do. And the mom came in and it was too late. And we just wanted to give that mom a few minutes with her baby, alone and quiet. And I realized that that young mom's world was crashing down. There's nothing that could replace that void. Police were going to come and ask questions. Family members were going to descend on her, but that hole in her heart was going to be there for the rest of her life. But what I also thought was when my team couldn't do anything, all their knowledge, their education, their experience, all the technology could not make a difference. They thought about going down the hallway and up to another floor to the obstetrics unit to get a rocking chair so that mother could spend those precious moments with that child. Your education can take you so far, but your wisdom and your empathy and your heart will allow you to make differences for people you can only imagine at this point. I have the honor of serving on the COVID-19 Health Equity Task Force. And one of the premises we've been looking at is this pandemic has laid bare the inequities in our healthcare system. Native Americans are 3 times more likely to need hospitalization when they contract COVID, and Hispanics are likely to, or will die at twice the rate of white Americans. Martin Luther King said, of all forms of inequity and injustice, the injustice in healthcare is the most shocking and inhuman. And there's a man that saw a lot of inequities. I ask you to not tolerate the world as it is. Raise your voice and make a difference. And don't let your age deter you. I have been part of the Graduate Medical Education Board of the state of Indiana as we have looked to be able to expand the number of medical residencies in the state. And for the last 2 years, I've been able to sit at the table and be with one of the people graduating here. Caitlin Brown, are you here today? It is good to see you. As she's been on this board and sat with people decades more experienced than she is, she's raised her voice, she's made a difference, she's brought her perspective, and she made us as a graduate medical education board better. Caitlin, thank you so much for what you've done. Do not let your age deter you. You have a perspective that is unique, and you can make a difference. You were trained to make a difference. And the saying in healthcare, and get used to this, healthcare eats our young. It is really difficult. You will be pushed aside and you will be told you don't have a place, you don't have a voice, but you must persevere. In the words of the Italian-American philosopher Rocky Balboa, yes, the Italian stallion has given us a lot of wisdom, but quite possibly one of the best is it's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit, get up, and keep moving forward. The world will push you down, and you have to persevere. Don't let people push you aside. Don't let people stop you from raising your voice for those who cannot, whether it's a child, a person in need, your state, or your nation. You can make a difference. You were trained at the seat of wisdom to be able to make that difference. So let me close by saying you need to build on the dreams of the people that brought you here. You need to raise your voice for those left behind. And when you can't do anything else, you need to go get that rocking chair for someone who really needs it. Thank you so very much, and congratulations to all the graduates out there today.
Dr. Putnam is going to receive an honorary doctoral degree here in just a few minutes, but I did, you know, his buddies, he's in cycling, and of course we're like the deal in cycling. And I said, Dr. Putnam, is there anything I can do for you? He said, if I could wear a Marian cycling jersey with my buddies. And I said, I'll see how you do when you speak, and if you do well, I'll come prepared. I'd say give him some marks, A+, yeah. This is our version of a rocking chair, Dr. Putnam, right there. Look at that. I now have the pleasure of awarding honorary doctoral degrees from Marian University. Honorary degrees have become an important means for colleges and universities dedicated to inestimable ideals of higher education to recognize leaders who have lived lives of distinction, service to humanity, professional excellence, and commitment to others. It is in honoring recipients of these honorary degrees that institutions of higher learning illuminate the values and the aspirations they have, not only for their students, but the professions they serve and the common good. In a minute, I'll invite Dr. Alan Silva, our provost, to help with the honorary doctoral degrees. But in essence, our honorary doctoral degrees recipients have earned credits in the world that our faculty, staff, and ultimately the Board of Trustees say merit our highest degrees, honorary doctoral degrees. And with that, I'll introduce Dr. Alan Silva, Provost and Executive Vice President. Dr. Silva.
The practice of awarding honorary degrees dates back to the 12th century, when popes and emperors exercised that privilege to honor great persons. The conferring of honorary degrees obviously is no longer limited to such dignitaries as popes and emperors, but the rationale for the honor is no less important today than it was 8 centuries ago. Today's honorary degree recipients have earned this recognition by dedicating many years of service to society, to the arts, to a profession, or to an ideal. As I now present our candidates for honorary degrees, Denise Fieser, Chair of the Board of Trustees, and Dr. Jeff Kellogg, Grand Marshal, will escort each candidate to the lectern. Our first honorary degree recipient is Dr. Timothy Putnam for the honorary degree Doctor of Public Health. Timothy L. Putnam is President and Chief Executive Officer of Margaret Mary Health, a community hospital serving communities in Ripley and Franklin counties, including Batesville and Oldenburg, Indiana. Dr. Putnam has over 30 years of experience in healthcare and earned his Doctor of Healthcare Administration from the Medical University of South Carolina. His dissertation focused on acute stroke care in rural hospitals. Dr. Putnam is also a certified emergency medical technician. He currently serves on President Joe Biden's COVID-19 Health Equity Task Force. He is a past president of the Indiana Rural Health Association and the National Rural Health Association. In 2015, he was appointed by former Indiana Governor and Vice President of the United States, Mike Pence, to the newly created Indiana Board of Graduate Medical Education. He has chaired the board since its inception. Marian University is pleased to award an honorary doctorate to Dr. Timothy L. Putnam for his dedication and service to the healthcare industry.
Dr. Timothy Putnam, by virtue of the power entrusted by the Marian University Board of Trustees, the honorary degree of Doctor of Public Health is conferred upon you with all rights and privileges thereof. Congratulations, Dr. Putnam. Congratulations. You did a great job, by the way.
Our next degree recipients are Julie Wood and Thomas Wood for the honorary doctorate, Doctor of Philanthropy. Tom Wood's interest in the automotive industry began when he was a student at Western Michigan University and worked during the summers in Kalamazoo, Michigan at a Ford dealership. Upon his return home from serving in the United States Army, Tom met Julie Davis, and they married in September 1958. In 1967, Tom, Julie, and their family moved to Indianapolis after purchasing Hedges Pontiac. After their 2 sons were born, Julie became a stay-at-home mom and active community volunteer. Tom's business in Indianapolis grew, and he added other franchises. At the time of his passing, in 2010, Tom Wood Automotive owned and operated 13 dealerships in 3 states. In 2017, Tom Wood Automotive celebrated 50 years, and the business continues to serve the Indianapolis area under the leadership of their son, Jeff Wood. Tom was actively involved in numerous automotive professional associations and community organizations, and served on the boards of Community North and St. Vincent hospitals. He was an avid pilot and flew his vintage warbirds in air shows around the country. Julie established the Tom and Julie Family Foundation in 2010 to honor Tom and their commitment to give back to the community. Under the guidelines that reflect the values and visions they hold dear, the family is involved in supporting charitable, religious, and educational purposes to the underserved, as well as medical research and mental health. They are also a part of Marian University's Pipeline Program for Diverse Future Leaders. Marian University is pleased to award an honorary doctorate to Thomas Ingraham and Julie Davis Wood for their leadership in the automotive industry and passion for giving back to the Indianapolis community and beyond.
Julie Wood and Tom Wood posthumously, by virtue of the power entrusted by the Marian University Board of Trustees, the honorary degree of Doctor of Philanthropy is conferred upon you with all rights and privileges thereof. Congratulations, Dr. Wood.
Our final honorary degrees are presented to Dr. William McNeese and Nancy Miller McNeese for the honorary degree of Doctors of Arts and Humane Letters. Nancy Ann Miller McNeese, Marian graduate of 1973, received a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology from then Marian College and an Associate of Science in Nursing from the University of Evansville in 1976. She began a career as an operating room nurse at Riley Hospital for Children in 1976. While working at Riley, she pursued further education in nursing and received a Bachelor of Science in Nursing from Marian College in 1983. William McNeese completed his undergraduate education at Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering in 1973. He received a medical doctorate at Indiana University's School of Medicine in 1977 and subsequently completed a residency in anesthesiology and a fellowship in pediatric anesthesiology at the Indiana University School of Medicine. In 1980, he joined the faculty of the Department of Anesthesia at Indiana University in the Pediatric Anesthesiology Division at Riley Hospital for Children. Nancy and Bill were married in 1987 and have one daughter. Nancy always viewed herself as a doer rather than as a leader. Nancy took great pride in her work as a nurse and was active as a member of an officer of professional nursing organizations. Nancy passed away in 2013, soon after completing 37 years as an operating room nurse at Riley. Bill continues to practice pediatric anesthesia at Riley Hospital for Children and serves as a faculty member for the Indiana University School of Medicine. In 2018, he received the Indiana Society of Anesthesiologists Distinguished Service Award. The endowed Marian University Nancy Miller McNeese Nursing Scholarship supports the nursing education of undergraduate nursing students who have a goal of clinical nursing. Marian University is privileged to award honorary doctorates to Dr. William and Nancy Miller McNeese in recognition of their decades of service to others in their professions, church, and community.
Dr. Nancy McNeese posthumously and Dr. William McNeese, by virtue of the power entrusted by the Marian University Board Trustees, the honorary degree of Doctor of Arts and Humane Letters is conferred on you, both of you, with all the rights and privileges thereof. Congratulations, Dr. McNeese. Congratulations. That was very beautiful. Thank you. Well, we are now at the moment in this glorious ceremony to confer diplomas on our graduates. The graduates will be coming across the stage in a few minutes are from a wide range of backgrounds in undergraduate institutions, mostly here in this country, but some from abroad. You've all worked very hard from a variety of interesting perspectives and backgrounds and traditions. You've managed a lot to come to these advanced degrees in the medical professions. We're proud of you. But I do have to take a moment before we start the conferral diplomas, because in many ways, the essence of this morning's ceremony is to celebrate the combined outstanding work of our students and graduates. Frankly, without the exceptional work, dedication, professionalism, empathy, and very, very generous effort of our faculty and staff, we would not be here today. I've been here since, in a figure of speaking, the birthing of this medical school as president. And I've always been absolutely amazed, no less this year in the pandemic, of the dedication and expertise of our dean, Dr. Wright, all the associate deans, the faculty, staff, right down to people like Jeff that clean the rooms and the study rooms in our facility, that leave notes of encouragement. And I would like our faculty and staff and everybody that have served these medical students here at Marian to please stand, because we're going to applaud your expert and generous effort. Please stand. To ensure each graduate's name and recognition gets proper attention and their loved ones can rejoice in that moment, please be a little bit controlled with your exuberant happiness so that we hear their name and we concentrate on them one at a time. I know you'll do that. Dr. Alan Silva, with the deans of our colleges and schools connected with these degrees being conferred. This class of 2021 will be assisted by Jennifer Schwartz, registrar. Graduates will be introduced by Dr. Kyle Kellum, assistant professor of communication, and Dr. Anna Zimmerman, assistant professor of communication. Dr. Silva?
Will the candidates for all degrees please stand? President Elsner, the candidates standing before you and whose names appear on the printed program are eligible to receive the Marian University master's and doctoral degrees based on certification of the registrar that all degree requirements have been met. The diploma reads as follows: Be it known to all to whom these presents shall come that the Board of Trustees of Marian University, on the recommendation of the faculty, has conferred upon the candidates the earned degree with all rights, privileges, and honors everywhere pertaining to that degree, given at Indianapolis, Indiana, the 9th day of May 2021, and signed by Denise Fieser, Chairperson of the Board of Trustees, by Daniel J. Elsner, President, and by Dr. Alan J. Silva, Executive Vice President and Provost. President Elsner, I am pleased to now present the candidates so that you may confer upon them their degrees.
So then, upon the recommendation of the faculty and with approval of the Board of Trustees, Marian University will now confer upon each of our members of the class of 2021 the degree as specified. Candidates, please be seated.
College of Osteopathic Medicine, Master of Science, Biomedical Sciences, Shayan Ahmed. Eric Nloage. Milliard Asefa, Morgan Balseric, Molly Byer, Catherine Bender, Victoria Grace Marie Berry, Spencer Ryan Bame, Daniel Luke Browerman, Nathaniel Brown, Lavette Valerie Bungatita, Kyle Philip Cartelis. Mariah A. Castanon. Christopher Colby. Corey Allen Conaway. Natalia Chablis Cook. Imra Joshkun. Rachel Kovach. Andrew Eugene Kramer. Connor John Cunningham. Ryan Fernandez. Abigail Garcia. Anna Garvey. Roy Austin Good. Rebecca Green. Courtney A. Henry. Taylor Andrew Highland. Ozair Hossein. Yu Tin Shao. Kelsey Noel Jackson. John Stevenson Yeager. Daniel S. Young. Nadia Khan. Leanna Kragenbrink. Casey Morgan Cruzy. Jacob Lautenschlager. Abrar Majidi Idrisi. Christina Marici. Brett T. Mattingly. Jordan Ashley Matz. Tanner Richard Maxfield. Patrick John McKay. Ryan Mitchell Menapace. Mason Antonio Maccabee. Kara Alicia Moore. Wislet Mulatra. Cody Ngo. Chakwudi Ndibusi Okonkwo. Darius Oliver. Caroline Anna Orloff. Mylan Patel. Romel Patel. Chase Matthew Perman. Brianna N. Scherer. Allison Seacat. Caitlin Faith Sears. Samantha Aaron Snyder. Christopher J. Stile. Nicholas Gianni Suglio. David Robert Wang. Hope Elaine Waters. Rachel Welsh. Jacob Robert Zentz.
Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine. Kirit Kaur Boparai. Blake Clutter. Millie Fang. Kelly E. Fields. Nicholas Filosa. Sarah A. Maracas. Paul Curtis Ormston. Brendan Thomas Radican. Kabir Irfan Sheikh. Yushin Tiffany Tien. Stephen Brian Walden. Jocelyn Yun. George Christopher Zach. The following 4 graduates will be hooded by Samina Akbar, PhD. Garrett Huntley Baston. Terry Beal. Jacob Ryan Bledsoe. Jane Marie Pangburn. Caitlin Jane Harmon, hooded by Juanita Albright, MD. Bijan Jordan Arab, hooded by Mohammed Arab, MD. The following 4 graduates will be hooded by Bhupal Betwal, PhD. John Bradley Schrock, Jr. Bailey Spencer. Matthew John Spousta. Raveen Raja Sugantharaj. Laurel Brianne Boyd, hooded by Bradley Boyd, MD. Harrison J. Burgess, hooded by Frederick Burgess, MD, and Thomas Burgess, DO. Joseph Arthur Chasen, hooded by Arthur Chasen, MD. Adil Mohammed Chauhan. Jessica M. Roberts, hooded by Dana Coates, DO. Candace Lynn Anisevich, hooded by Karen Crevier, MD. The following 4 graduates will be hooded by David Dufault, PhD. Andrew Hamilton Warner. Sydney Nicole Yates. Eric Yanyu Zhang. Paul Donald Chris Zimmer. The following 5 graduates will be hooded by David Gardner, PhD. John Spencer Kennedy. Barbara Diana Korj. Ashley Lynn Kavakuski. Allison Nicole Coons. Hannah Lagerway. Thomas Joseph Helms, hooded by Mark Helms, MD. The following 5 graduates will be hooded by Julia Hum, PhD. Caitlin Marie Brown. Nathan Lee. Sarah Ross. Michael Can Salvio. Christopher James Schimler. Jenna Takako Jarvis, hooded by Byford Jarvis, DDS. The following 4 graduates will be hooded by Jeremy Jones, DO. Zachary Joseph Lundy. Gabriella Paulina Mazur. Luke Harley Miller. Jacob Paul Oliarchek. Kirby Thomas Tobin, hooded by Deborah Kilbury Tobin, JD. The following 2 graduates will be hooded by Cliff Knight, MD. Kelsey Huffman. Michael A. Massaro. Benjamin Franklin Kopetsky, hooded by Katie Kopetsky, MD, and Stephen Kopetsky, MD. The following two graduates will be hooded by Pius Kurian. Catherine Teresa Kurian. Corey David Stump. The following three graduates will be hooded by Sophie LaSalle, PhD. Cameron Michael Stepler. Calvin Michael Swanson. Joshua Varghese. The following four graduates will be hooded by Michael LaFontaine, PhD. Michael Matthew Fry. Eric Jian Gao. Andrew Keith Hamilton. Timothy Peter Waite. Salman Samad Lakhani, hooded by Abdus Lakhani, MD. The following five graduates will be hooded by John Lusich, MD. Emily Ann Parker. Andrew James Pepper. Jacob Andrew Rathmaker. Ryan David Rhodes. Alicia Kathleen Sealaus. Jaron P. Stiers, hooded by David Mayers, MD. Jason Ryan Garrett, hooded by Jack McClarty, MD. Adam Richard McDevitt, hooded by Patricia Medina McDevitt, MD. Michaela Marie Moody, hooded by Susan Meyer, MD. The following 10 graduates will be hooded by Leray McHale, MD. Kevin Valero Benevente. Bradley John Bogut. Hannah Marie Brinkman. Jake Allen Fries. Stephanie Nicole Henderson. Kyle Patrick Messer. Hillary Rolfs. Sergey Stayepich. Melissa Yannetti. Leja Patel. The following 10 graduates will be hooded by Luke Nelligan, D.O. Ahmed Baghdadi. Jason Gurowitz. Purva P. Carey. Andrew John Kelper. Rayhan Amir Rahmoon. Shane A. Sebo. Casey Lynn Sieferman. Jacob Allen Seeger. Adam Charles Starbuck. Scott James Given. Mandy Nguyen, hooded by Ben Nguyen, MD. Mona Noor, hooded by Mostafa Noor, DPT. Ivy Marie Obeyme, hooded by Mercy Obeyme, MD. Moeen Mohammadi Aruja, hooded by Mansoor Aruja, DO. Rajin Patel, hooded by Nainesh Patel, MD. The following 6 graduates will be hooded by James Pike, DO. Stephen Bennett. Joseph Maurice Bondi. Roshan Kafle. Rachel Amanda Silliman. Alexander Thaddeus Waldher. Tyler John Ziliak. Caitlin Ann Dadawan, hooded by Hunter Promer, DO. Aaron Bradley Fine, hooded by Aaron Pugh, DO. Elizabeth Kaler Blanton, hooded by Phil Ruckman III, DDS. Leanna Marvette Sala, hooded by Mohi Sala, MD. Patrick Murphy Jeffers, hooded by Michael Schroeder, DDS. Ashley Elizabeth Fisher, hooded by Herschel Servies, Jr., MD. Mehdi Shadman, hooded by Mohammed Shadman, PhD. Jackson Scott Stevens, hooded by Jeffrey Stevens, DPM. The following 5 graduates will be hooded by David Strom, PhD. Blake Christian Leeds. Andrew Lehman. Cassandra Lynn Libbing. Reed Andrew Lidgett. Megan Kristen Locke. The following 12 graduates will be hooded by Michael Summers, MD. Gabrielle Conway. Tiffany Chen. Lydia Rosamund Duvall. Brianna Ray Schwartz. Brianna Spencer. George Zachary. Kaylee P. Caius. Carly Mikal Chapman. Timothy W. Cho. Zongyu Ji. Kathleen Hoban. Leela Alexandra Wolf. Connor August Hernan, hooded by James Usselman, MD. The following two graduates will be hooded by Kristen Van Zant, DVM. Axel Hidalgo Munoz. Ashley Lauren Van Zant. Carolina Jane Vogel, hooded by Thomas Vogel, DPM. The following 7 graduates will be hooded by Angela Wagner, DO. Ian Colvin Frank. Garrett Wesley Holst. Megan Mobley. Nancy J. Nam. Mackenzie Powell. Gagandeep Singh. Morgan Elizabeth Frank. Kenzie Joe Holcomb, hooded by Ken Watkins, MD. The following two graduates will be hooded by Amanda Wright, DO. Grace Christine Hendrickson. Benjamin P. Leeds. The following three graduates will be hooded by Ramarao Yeleti, MD. Pooja Patel. Ramya S. Yeleti. Aslaisha Sanjay Tingray. The following four graduates will be hooded by Emily Young, MD. Cecilia Rose Bender. Richard Edwin Conway. Stephanie Jeanette Mead. Rachel Marie Hernandez.
Layton School of Nursing, Doctor of Nursing Practice, Family Nurse Practitioner, Samantha Elizabeth Anderson. Phil Bowles. Rachel Catherine Demerly. Tyrus Devonte Ford, hooded by Kelly Patton Boyd, DNP. Allison Lee Gardner, hooded by Dorothy Gomez, PhD. Mary Felix C. Ikoeta, hooded by Catherine Back, DNP. Sarah Biot Kaur, hooded by Dorothy Gomez, PhD. Kimberly Ann Kinney, hooded by Dorothy Gomez, PhD. Cassie Marie Miller, hooded by Dorothy Gomez, PhD. Alexandria Dawson Slash, hooded by Chantrice Davis, DNP. Nurse Anesthesia. The following 4 graduates will be hooded by Bradley Stelflug, DNP. Brittany Ann Breckbuell. Kelsey Joe Lucas. Tierra K. Pennick. Paige A. Ruddick. The following two graduates will be hooded by Babette Ngoma Makiyi, DNP. Esmeralda Espinoza Martinez. Ashley Marie Sanchez. Morgan A. Griswold, hooded by Michael Long, DNP. Andrea Leanne Gum, hooded by Dorothy Gomez, PhD. Chris C. Huerta, hooded by Aaron Horde, DNP. Jasmine C. Cameron, hooded by Jackie Rawls, DNP. The following two graduates will be hooded by Patricia Juoza Clark, EDD. Sydney Ann Lessing. Rebecca Joanne Maley. Joseph Bradley McSherry, hooded by Dorothy Gomez, PhD. Kaylee Aaron Milling, hooded by Patrick Milling, Farm D. Alvaro Andres Osorio, hooded by Dorothy Gomez, PhD. The following 3 graduates will be hooded by Lois Stewart, PhD. Tracy Lynn Petrie. Kaylee Petro. Taranika M. Thompson. Mark Thomas Ritter, hooded by Dorothy Gomez, PhD. Andrea Eileen Williams, hooded by Todd Harper, PhD.
Please join me in congratulating everyone who has graduated here today. Now I ask the Marian University graduates who have received doctoral degrees today to please rise. Graduates, you have been invested in the regalia and hood which indicate your degree, and you have received that degree in ceremony today. You may now move your tassel to the left front of your cap. Congratulations. You may be seated. Now I ask the Marian University graduates who have received master's degrees to please stand. Graduates, you have been invested in the regalia and hood which signify your degree, and you have received that degree in ceremony today. You may now move your tassel to the left front of your cap. Congratulations. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the doctoral and master's graduates of the class of 2021. President Elsner, the conferring of degrees has been completed.
Thank you, Dr. Silva. Now, I get to send you off with closing remarks, and I'd like you to sear in your heart and your mind the word gratitude. When we come back for your 5-year and 10-year reunion, and I ask you, what did we talk about? You're going to say gratefulness, gratitude, something like that. And the first thing you're going to be grateful for is I'm speaking a very brief moment in time here, okay? You've heard enough. 3 years ago, a senior at Marian University undergraduate, Emma Cassini, did a senior art project. Every senior artist here, undergraduate, picks a theme. The professor requires them to do some study before they go to canvas, or to the sculptor will. And I said to Emma, what's your subject? She said, gratitude, President Elsner. I said, Emma, what did you learn about gratitude that's significant, possibly change your life, possibly affect my life? It didn't take her but a moment to look up to me softly but firmly. President Elsner, if you work hard at gratitude, you'll always be happy. She said, interestingly, conversely, now this is a senior. She's smart. She had really good grades. Conversely, if you always work at being happy by being more important, getting more things, being around certain people, you'll have a hard time finding gratitude. I thought that was pretty wise for a 22-year-old woman. Look around today. Please, sear in your heart and mind how grateful you are. A board of trustees, donors that built this medical school, honorary degree recipients that give examples of how to live, Drs. Wood, Drs. McNeese, Dr. Putnam, who you'll know by the jersey he wears the rest of his life. We're grateful. We're grateful for a mission of a university that holds sacred the centrality of our mission of teaching, learning, and research excellence. It's not a commodity. The folks in this room that taught you and supported you showed you what it is to serve. We're grateful. We're grateful for the faith of the institution that compels us to always venture forward, to do more, to treat everybody in the Franciscan values, the dignity of each human being, responsible stewardship of our gifts and talents. We're grateful. We're grateful for the priority to promote peace and justice, and you're in healthcare where you can do this, and always reconciliation. We're thankful, we're grateful for a university that concentrates in the liberal arts so that theology, philosophy, the artists have something to teach us in medicine. The historians, the political scientists, certainly the economists, all of them inform our learning. We're grateful. We're grateful for a university that has a vision to educate transformational leaders, trustworthy, healthy, inquisitive, intelligent, and skilled leaders. And healthcare needs this. It's a complicated world. We have to have greater equity and justice and excellence and care for everybody. It's on your shoulders. But I'm grateful you're prepared to do this. And I'm grateful for a university that fulfills our promise to challenge you intellectually, but we never left you alone. I'm grateful for a university that has encouraged you to be very, very active and good leaders. You've been active leaders through this COVID. I've received so many nice comments from various your clerkship directors and your hospital administrators about our frontline willingness to serve. I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful that that's what we're about here. That's part of our promise. I'm promised for people to explore a larger purpose of faith, a vision of healthcare. I'm grateful that you'll be leaders in the field, and I'm very grateful and I'm so very confident that you'll be professionally ready, because I receive calls and notes all the time. Matter of fact, I did from Dr. McNeese, our anesthesiologist, about one of our graduates he just worked with. I am confident and thankful you are professionally ready. You're going to make a difference, and we'll be forever proud. Stay forever engaged with your university. You are part of us forever. We are part of you. Work together, greater excellence every year. And now, I am grateful to introduce Sister Krista Franzer, who's the congregational minister of the Sisters of St. Francis, to lead us in a final prayer of gratefulness for you, these beautiful people who have supported you, and a great university in partnership with our many, many donors that have helped you get to this place today. God bless you, and here is Sister Krista Franzer.
And as we near the close of this ceremony, we pray. God of endings and of new beginnings, we come to celebrate so many things this day. We pray in thanksgiving for all that these graduates have accomplished in advanced learning over the past years, and for the ways that they have continued to grow as persons. We honor with gratitude those who have supported them along the way, faculty and staff, parents and family, benefactors, classmates and friends, all who have made this education possible. We celebrate with anticipation the future that lies before them in medicine or in science. They bring much with which to enrich our world. May they be blessings and bring blessings to all whose paths they cross. Amen. The Sisters of St. Francis have been proud to sponsor Marian University throughout these many years. Those who are here serving on the board, the staff, and any associates represent our entire community. And join me now in sharing with you, as you go forth, our special blessing of St. Clare.
Yeah.